This is Future Proof, the show that packs your brain for the future. Your hosts are Robbie and Terry, both 15 years old. Every week, they argue about the jobs, the technology, and the big ideas headed our way. So you're ready before they get here.
Welcome back to Future Proof. I'm Robbie, running on about 5 hours of sleep, which is relevant today.
And I'm Terry, fully rested and ready to prove you're not lazy, you're just biologically programmed.
Today's topic, why do we sleep at all? And why are teens basically wired to stay up late?
Let's start with the big one. Why do brains shut down for a third of our lives?
Because sleep is when your brain does maintenance. It sorts memories from the day and locks in what you learned.
So pulling an all-nighter before a test can actually backfire because sleep is when the studying sticks.
Exactly. There's also research that during deep sleep, the brain flushes out waste products it built up.
Like a tiny overnight cleaning crew rinsing the gunk out of your neurons.
Skip it, and that gunk piles up, which is part of why you feel foggy and grumpy after a bad night.
Sleep also runs on a body clock called the circadian rhythm, roughly a 24-hour cycle.
That clock controls a hormone called melatonin, which rises at night and tells your body it's bedtime.
And here's the teen twist, that melatonin release actually shifts later during the teenage years.
So a teen's brain genuinely doesn't feel sleepy until later at night. It's not a discipline problem.
Meanwhile, school starts at the crack of dawn, fighting your own biology. The math does not work out.
Studies suggest teens need around 8 to 10 hours, and most of us get way less than that.
So the kid yawning in first period isn't lazy, they're jet-lagged by the school schedule.
Some schools that push start times later actually saw better grades and fewer car crashes among students.
That's wild. A later bell literally made roads safer. The data is on the night owl's side.
Now, before we get smug, we have to talk about the thing in our pockets sabotaging all of this.
Screens. The bluish light from phones can trick the brain into thinking it's still daytime.
Which delays that melatonin even more, so doom scrolling at midnight pushes your clock later and later.
So part of teen lateness is biology, and part of it is choosing one more video. Be honest, Robbie.
Guilty. Last night, the algorithm and I had a beautiful, terrible time together.
The fix isn't only willpower, though. Dimming screens and stopping a bit before bed genuinely helps.
And keeping a consistent sleep time, even on weekends, keeps your clock from drifting all over.
Weekend sleeping until noon feels amazing, but it basically gives you a mini case of jet lag.
They even call it social jet lag, when your weekday and weekend clocks fight each other.
So what actually happens if you keep running on empty? Long term, it adds up.
Chronic short sleep is linked to worse mood, weaker focus, and a hit to your immune system.
Your body fights off colds better when it's rested. Sleep is basically free medicine.
It also affects emotions hard. Tired brains overreact, so everything feels like a bigger deal.
That explains why a tiny annoyance at 1 a.m. feels like the end of the world.
And dreams happen mostly in REM sleep, which seems to help process emotions and creativity.
So that weird dream about a flying math teacher might be your brain doing therapy?
So, to recap, sleep saves memories, cleans the brain, balances mood, and powers your immune system.
And teens stay up late, partly because their internal clock literally runs later. Not laziness, science.
The move is to respect your biology and outsmart your phone. Aim for those 8+ hours.
Future you, the one with good grades and good vibes, is begging present you to go to bed.
I'm setting my alarm to actually wind down tonight. Probably, maybe, after one video.
Tuck in your circadian rhythm, friends. See you next week on Future Proof.